short, like only 40 minutes or something, if that's okay.
That's perfect.
Because I'm going to be
Yes.
going with my, okay, perfect. Thank
Yes.
you. Just a little bit of a shorter one, but okay.
Okay. Make it half an hour. Make it
Thank
30.
you.
Yeah, make it 30 minutes.
Okay, half an hour.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
perfect.
that would be great. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We'll do it. Awesome. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday morning yoga. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat. We have kind of a more briefer flow today. Not too brief, but we'll get right on into it here. We're going to start in a nice thunderbolt position, seated on our heels, and we'll find our center here. A deep inhale to rise tall through the crown of the head, and a slow exhale out. Feel the shoulders relax, any tension in the face. Let it melt away. Another deep breath here. And a slow exhale, coming to arrive on the mat, letting the rest of the world fade away. On the next inhale, we'll reach the arms overhead. And exhale, bend into the elbows. Just kind of open the chest here, squeeze the shoulder blades in the back. And we'll exhale, round through the spine, bringing forearms together, kind of chin towards the chest. Inhale, open, kind of back bend gently. Exhale, round. Inhale, we open the chest, a gentle back bend, pushing the chest forward. Chin lifts. And then exhale, round, pulling belly towards the spine. We'll come back through neutral here, tucking the bellows behind. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, side bend to the right. Back through center. Let this left arm that was reaching overhead fall behind the head. Bending into the elbow, we'll apply some gentle pressure with the right hand to the top of the elbow, just getting a stretch into the shoulder here. Maybe a gentle side bend once again here to the right. And we'll release the arms, take it the other way, inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, side bend to the left. We'll come up to neutral, let the right hand reaching overhead fall behind the head. Kind of bringing that hand to the center of the upper back, taking a shoulder stretch here. And maybe taking the side bend back to the left. We'll inhale back through neutral. Go ahead and release the toes down here. And we'll walk those. A deep breath into the back body. And a slow exhale out here. Inhale, we'll pick up forward, round through the spine, round, 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 and we'll drop the hips down, squeezing the glutes here, gently just roll the chest forward. We'll bend into the elbows, and you can just let the chest fall all the way down, rolling onto the belly. We'll add some spinal Cobra lifts here, waves. So hands right under the shoulders in line with the chest. We kind of press, lifting our shoulder blades up, rolling up with the chest, squeezing the glutes here as we gaze forward. Cobra. Exhale, release the chest down. Inhale, we press up, lift, open. Exhale, drop the chest forward. We'll go again here. Feel free to extend the elbows even more. Inhale, chest rises. Gazing forward, really shoulder blades pulling back together, shoulders down and away from the ears. Pelvis is pressing into the ground. Nice deep breath through the abs. And we'll exhale, tuck the back toes, lift the hips up, send the hips up and back into a downward facing dog. So you might feel a little stiff here still. It's the first downward dog. So maybe just take a little bit to pedal the feet out, walk the dog. Try to reach one heel to the ground at a time. And just starting to really settle in here. The ears are falling away from the shoulders. The chest is falling back towards the thighs. Deep inhale into the belly. And a slow, audible exhale, let it go. Wonderful. We're just going to bend into the knees here, releasing into a tabletop position. Bringing the wrists right over, right under the shoulders. We'll start with the right leg lifting behind, stepping the right toes out, and taking a lift through the leg. We'll extend the left arm straight ahead as well. Find a bird dog balance here, engaging through the core. We'll drop the hands and feet to touch the ground and lift right back into a straight line. Drop hands and toes, lift to straight line. A few more times like that. And we'll take elbow to knee, reaching long with the hand and feet. We'll take left elbow to right knee, extend it out. So crunching in under the belly, extend it out. A few more times like this. Really just awakening our core here. We're going to extend long into our bird dog, bending in the back foot. We're trying to reach for the right foot with our left hand. Pull the left foot towards the glute. Hold here for a nice quad stretch. And we'll inhale, kick the foot back into the hand. If it feels okay, finding your balance in a tiger pose. We really kick the foot back into the hand. Try to bring the gaze forward. A gentle back bend. We'll exhale, release down. The left hand plants, the right leg stays extended back. We're going for some push-ups here, bending into the elbow, dropping chin towards the ground, leaving that right leg extended out behind you. Few more here. And maybe like to lower higher, maybe lift the left foot up, make a little almost cute chin stand pose, and push it back up into our tabletop. We'll take the right knee, draw it in towards the chest, step the right foot outside of the right hands. We'll come into a nice low lunge here, really sinking low with the hips. We'll tuck the back toes, maybe just lift and lower the back knee a few times. And we'll drop the knee down. We're still tucking the back toes, lift off the back knee. We're sweeping the top right leg, the front leg, right leg, all the way up and back into a three-legged dog. So plant, we sweep it up and back, three-legged dog, really pressing those toes as high as you can. And then pulling the knee in towards the chest. Once again, we drop the right knee towards the right thumb. We're coming to sit down in a pigeon pose. Just being mindful to square the hips forward, keep lifted off the right hip here. We inhale nice and deep. Exhale, let the chest fall forward. Another cleansing breath or two here. We inhale, walk the hands back in, planting. We tuck the back toes. We're just going to step and lift the front foot back to our downward facing dog. Woohoo! We'll come back down into our tabletop position. We'll take it to the other side. Left leg extends back and maybe lifting off the left toes before finding your balance with your right hand lifted in our bird dog. We're going to drop the hand and feet, lift right back to a straight line. Feeling like the hands are pulling forward, the toes are pulling back. We lower and lift. And we'll drive the knee towards the elbow, left knee to right elbow, crunch and open back out. We crunch it in, open back out. A few more times. We'll extend the leg, arm and leg out, bend the back knee in. We're reaching hand to the foot. The left foot is going to be pulling in towards the glute here to start. You can stay here trying to find your balance, or if you feel comfortable, try kicking the left foot into the right hand. We take a gentle back bend, gazing forward, tiger pose. Exhale, releasing out of the pose. Right hand plants down, the back left leg stays extended. We go for some push-ups here, lowering the chest down towards the ground. And maybe if you'd like, you can rest the chest on the ground, rest your chin, maybe lift the left leg higher, maybe lift the right foot, and we'll push it back up. Tabletop, draw the back knee in, step the left foot outside of the left hand. We come into a nice low lunge. Ooh. Beautiful. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift and lower the back knee a few times. We're going to stay lifted through the back knee, sweeping the front foot all the way up and back into a three-legged dog. Press the foot up high. And we'll bend into the left knee, pull the left knee to left thumb. We drop the knee, drop the hips into pigeon. So if you have to stay pretty high in the hips, that's totally okay too. Just trying to square the hips forward. We inhale, open the chest. Exhale, relax, rest. The chest down. We'll take a few breaths here. Whenever you're ready, just gently pressing up with the chest, planting the hands, tucking the back toes. We step the front foot back into our downward facing dog. Wonderful. Again, just finding your down dog. Taking a moment here to breathe. We'll take a nice deep inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step our feet towards the top of the mat. Our hands will release here into a forward fold. Feel free to bend the knees quite generously here. We're going to let the neck and upper back, upper body, everything just hang very heavy. Letting loose, letting go of any tension. We'll take grabbing opposite elbows. We'll take a sway here, side to side. Wonderful. And we'll inhale, round it all the way up to standing, reaching arms overhead. Exhale, hands by your side. Take a moment to let the blood settle. We're going to be taking the feet wide towards the edges of the mat. Toes are pointing out. We're going to be sitting as low as we can with the hips into a squat. Try to stay nice and lifted, activated through the glutes, not too much just dumping into the seat here. We're still staying lifted and activated. We'll plant the hands, lift the hips, point the toes forward, take a fold. Halfway lifting, we point the toes out, sit the hips down, take another squat. We're going to just be adding this movement from forward fold to squat, taking a fold, and coming back into squats, up into a fold, and back to a squat, holding the squat here for a moment, maybe bringing your hands to heart center, pushing the elbows into the knees. Inhale, rising tall through the crown of the head. And we'll exhale, plant the hands, lift the hips, Point the toes forward, releasing the chest once more into a forward fold. Before inhaling all the way up to standing, arms overhead. And exhale, hands by your side. Nice, let's get a little flow going. Yeah, all right. So we're gonna shift our weight into the left foot. Inhale, right knee lifts, and we pass the right foot back behind us, finding a warrior three. Our body's becoming like a T, upper body and back, right leg are parallel to the ground, hands at heart center or out wide, maybe out in front. We're just going to be dropping the back foot down, finding a lunge, bending deep into the front knee, and lifting back off into our warrior three. We drop it down to a lunge, lift off warrior three. Down to a lunge, hold the lunge heel, reach the arms up high, get really nice and deep and low in the front knee, straight and active through the back leg. Beautiful. We're going to pivot the back foot down, pointing it towards the long edge. Arms come parallel to the ground into our warrior two. So again, a nice deep bend in the front knee, active glutes here. We'll straighten through the front leg, and you might want to step the back foot in a bit. We're pulling the fingertips forward, tipping over the side body into our triangle pose. We'll release the hands forward towards the long edge of the mat. Both toes are turning towards the long edge. We take a wide-legged forward fold here. We'll add some halfway lifting here. You can halfway lift the spine, just release into a fold. Or if you'd like, you can try to take your hands behind your head for a little extra challenge. Halfway lifting and folding. We'll inhale, lift all the way up with the chest, turn the heels in, toes out. We sink the hips down into our horse goddess pose. Hold here. Get nice and low, tuck the pelvis. Oh. Yes. And we'll inhale, straighten. We're pivoting towards the front of the mat, pyramid fold. Both legs are nice and straight. The back toes are turned towards the corner. We're grabbing opposite elbows behind the back or just releasing the hands forward into a fold. We're going to step the back foot a little bit wider behind us, create a wider stance, pointing the toes forward, and we'll bend into the back knee, keeping the front leg straight, half split, flexing into the front foot. Take a fold. Really squaring the hips out, relax. And we'll inhale, push forward with the hips, low lunge, getting really low. We'll tuck the back toes, lift off the back knee. We're walking the hands forward, and we're just going to lean into this front foot, weight into the front foot, lift the back right foot as high as you can up into the air. Oh, active stretch here. And exhale, release the right leg down to meet the other one into a fold. We inhale, roll it all the way up to standing, and release. We'll take it to the other side. So weight is coming in to our right leg. We lift the left knee, press the foot back behind into a warrior three, T position with the ground. We'll gently release the back toes onto the ground into a high lunge. The back leg is straight and active, front knees bent. We're lifting off, back into our warrior three, back into our lunge. Lifting off to warrior three, back into lunge. One more lift off here. We lift off warrior three. One more back into high crescent lunge. Hold here, nice and deep. Bend through the front leg. Inhale, rising tall through the fingertips. Beautiful. We're going to exhale, pivot the back heel down, opening the hips towards the long edge. Warrior two, arms coming parallel to the ground. Turning your gaze over the front fingers. We'll straighten through the front leg. If you need to make your stance a little bit shorter, go for it. We're pulling the fingertips forward, folding over the side of the body into triangle, straight line through the hands, straight line in the hips. We exhale, release the hands forward in front to a wide-legged forward fold. Front toes are pivoting towards the long edge of the mat. We take some folds here, some halfway lifts and folds. On your next inhale, bringing the chest all the way up, we turn the heels in, toes out. Sit the hips low into a horse pose, goddess squat. Sorry, I'm turning to you here. And we'll press it up. Beautiful. We're going to turn both toes kind of forward. The back toes are still towards the corner. The top corner, we're taking a pyramid fold straight through both legs. Inhale, long through the spine. Exhale, take a fold. We'll plant the hands here. Step the back foot just a little bit further back, dropping the back knee down while trying to keep the front leg straight. The front toes flex here. We kind of just lean forward nice and tall with the spine. Half split. And we'll shift forward with the hips. Find a nice low lunge here. Maybe drawing the back knee further away so you can go a bit deeper. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift off the back knee. You can kind of shift your weight forward into the front foot as the back left leg rises all the way up as high as you can. And we release it down, taking a forward fold before inhaling all the way up to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we'll take it just down onto the ground from here. So releasing into a fold. We can maybe just finish out with a final flow. Reaching, releasing into a fold. We'll plant the hands, step the feet back into a plank position, bringing the shoulders right over the wrists. Inhale. Exhale, we'll drop our knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, we'll push forward and up with the chest, squeeze the glutes as you find a Cobra back bend. Exhale, tuck the back toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Before bending into the knees, releasing into a seated position. We'll bring the bottoms of the feet together, taking a bind around the feet. Inhale, tall through the spine. Exhale, take a fold. If you like, you can kind of flap your butterfly wings here a little bit. Get a little extra into the hips. We'll inhale, sit it back up. Coming to find a nice, easy, seated pose just to close off the practice here. Like I said, it was a bit more of a shorter practice. I still thank you so much for joining me. Take one last nice deep breath, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center with a gentle bow and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful, magical weekend, and I hope to see you again next time. Peace. Thank you.